So please, as you know by now, this is being simultaneously translated. And if you use the remote interpretation platform, you will be able to hear the answers that are given in German. They will be translated to you for English. So I think we're pretty much good to go. You have your Wi-Fi. Usual rules, please state your name, the organization, and say whether your question is for the coach or for the captain. So on my left here is the German team coach, Friederike Krump. And to her left is the team captain, Jelle Veit. And thanks both for attending today. Thank you very much. We're going to go straight to questions. So whoever is ready, the microphone will come to you. Please put your hand up if you need to ask a question. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Frankie. I'm from a local digital edition called Gomantak Times. So how is the feeling? And looking at the cold weather in Germany and such a humid weather here in Goa, how do you think it's going to be for you all? Are you all training in this heat? How is the feeling and how is the atmosphere? How are you all feeling?
So I should say. I would switch in German just to get more in detail. I hope it will work. Otherwise, let us know, please, so we can switch.
This is our fourth day here in India, here in Goa. And we trained in Germany and it was autumn there. So this is a big change. And we're still trying to get used to it. It's 15 to 20 degrees in Germany, and then you come here and the humidity is very different. And we're glad that we have 2 more days until the match, and then we can get used to the climate. It is a big challenge. And we need to adapt to the challenge, but we are positive. And we are getting into the rhythm, into a good flow, and we will be there 100% on Tuesday. And luckily, we will play at 8 o'clock in the evening, so it will be a great match.
Start training, I mean, for the tournament, keeping the World Cup in sight, the Under-17 World Cup in sight. When did you all start training?
The training here?
In
at home,
Germany.
In Germany, when we start with this squad?
See. I've never been to Europe, but from what I read about European footballers, European football, they start training kids at the age of 7 and 8. So could you tell us something about the grassroots football in Germany and something that you know about the whole of Europe?
In Europa oder vor allem auch in Deutschland.
In Europe and especially in Germany, we are a football nation. It is a sport that everybody plays. Every child, and luckily also every girl, knows how to play football. They might start already at the age of 6 or even at the age of 3 or 4, and they play football in school. Similar to what you said about cricket in India, it's possible for everybody. There is a great offer. You can play in school, you can play in your local club, and that it is why it is a nation sport. The offer, you can get it everywhere. And also more and more girls are playing football. And luckily, there was a great tournament in England that created a real boom. And for us, the national team, it is very easy to pick the best players because we have a great pool that we can refer to.
This to the captain. When did you start playing football? At what age? And what actually attracted? What? How football attract? I mean, how did you get attracted to football?
Also ich habe angefangen schon ziemlich früh.
I started very early. I started when I was 4 or 5 years old, and then I started in a club when I was 6 years old. And what fascinated me is that it is just a lot of fun and that you're a part of a team and that you play together with other people and that you have one common goal.
First professional tournament, or you remember playing your first professional game? Do you remember which age did you play your first professional game?
Also mein erstes Länder
The first international match with the national team was 3 years ago. We played against Switzerland, and it was just an incredible feeling. And I think that this feeling will continue. To play a World Cup is a dream coming true for all of us. We are very happy to be here, and we are happy to be able to participate.
Feeling to be playing football. So, what do you think, you're going to be a player all your life, or besides football, do you have any other thing that you love to do?
Also ich glaube,
I think that football is a great thing, and I will play football until the end of my life. But I think that I also need a plan B, and that is why it is very important that I go to school. School plays a very big role, and I don't have an exact plan. And I think that the other students, my other players, they probably go to school too.
Think, captain, about the strong points in your team. Why should other teams fear you?
ich glaube ganz klar einfach
I think the overall mood in our team, and because we won the UEFA championship, we can build on our success. This is a new tournament with different conditions, and here in India, there are other things that we have to expect. But one of the reasons why we are a good team is just our strength, and we never give up.
Any team that you fear, which one is it?
I believe, well, like I said, because we won the UEFA Women's U-17 championship, we might be feared, but this is a different kind of football that we play here, because now we play against different countries that we have never played against, and we don't know how they play football, and it will be just a completely different experience. But we're not afraid.
How different do you find the football in Europe and the Americas? Because I think the Europeans play more tactical and long passes, and if you see Chile and if you see the other teams, they play short passes. They're more towards tilted towards the Spanish side of football. So how do you look at this? Is it a challenge for you?
Ja, also ich glaube auf jeden Fall, das ist eine Herausforderung.
I think that it will be a challenge because it is different, and it's just not something that we haven't experienced before. But I think that our style of play, we can move forward with that one, and it will be just a very, very good balance.
My name is Errol Cruz from the Herald, Goa. Yeah. Your men's team was here at this very stadium 5 years ago. Your men's team.
Men's team, yeah.
Yeah. They had a very interesting tournament. Did you get the advice as to how to cope with the conditions here? I trust you did.
Ja, ja, auf jeden Fall. Ich kann mich gut erinnern.
Yes, I remember. Christian Hück is the assistant coach, and they played with the boys here in India. And I know the boys because I have worked with them on a different level. And a few of those players participated. And Christian Rück, I know him very well also as a colleague. And I know 5 years ago, I watched the tournament. I watched it on TV in Germany, and it was a big fight. Incredible to see, the masses of people that were in the stadiums. I think it was even completely filled with spectators, and I was so excited to watch. And Christian and I, we've talked about it many times. And as far as I know, 5 years ago, the tournament was a little bit different. It took place in 6 different cities, but now it's only 3 countries, luckily, in my opinion. And so we don't have to travel as much. Even though we would love to visit the country, we are not tourists. But we are here as athletes, and so we are happy if we don't have to travel as much. And so 3 cities are just enough. And then Bombay we will visit as well. And then we did get good advice from our colleagues. We talked intensely. And then now this time it's our colleague who will watch the match from home. And they just crossed their fingers for us, and they wished us a lot of luck.
In the back there. Microphone, thank you.
I'm Inasio Nuna from Orange, one of the Konkani people from Goa, 90 years old. My question to the captain, since this tournament is mostly for the youths, and our late Chief Minister, Sri Manohar Parrikar, declared his official state game of this thing, Goa. So what is the message to the youths of Goa and other youths of the world?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
The message from you to the youth of Goa and the youth of the world.
Okay. Yeah, I think
just enjoy football. This is a big tournament, and I've never participated in such a big tournament before. We should not lose the joy of football. We should, even if the opponent is very strong, we should always play fair, and we should just, have fun and finish the tournament having fun.
Much. Any more questions from the floor? Please, you're welcome.
Your thoughts on the Men's World Cup that's going to come later, and Germany's chance, and about your own team, Germany.
Can you please help me?
Your thoughts about the Men's World Cup to
Yes.
come and how Germany will get on there in
The
Qatar.
men's in Qatar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the year of tournaments. We had a few tournaments with our own team, playing with the women. And so now we play this tournament, and then at the end of the year will be the big World Cup in Qatar after our tournament. I will also be very active. I will work for a broadcaster to talk about the tournament. I'm very much looking forward to this tournament because it will be a very interesting tournament. I'm sure that our team will play a big role, even though there have been some matches in the past that were a little bit disappointing. Now they are going through a preparation phase with highs and lows, some injuries, some setbacks, not really the results that you're hoping for. But, from a personal point of view, I know that you just have to be there at the right time, at the right place. So even if you don't perform the way you want to perform in preparation of a World Cup, you just have to be there. And I'm sure that they will be there and they will give it all. But I will think about the tournament in Qatar after this tournament. So I'm just very focused on this one. I'm looking forward to this tournament. And I'm pretty sure that we will just be able to witness an extraordinary tournament in Qatar.
Floor, thank you.
Hi, coach. What do you think is the main reason why Germany is so good in sports, especially football or any other sports across the world level? What's the main reason why Germans are so good at sports?
The main reason why we're so good at sports.
Germany is so good at sports, especially football, but other sports also.
Not just football, but football is one of them, but across any other sports.
I think all of Europe is good in sports. If you look at the ranks, There are also other nations who are better than Germany, England, for example. I mean, the English women, they won the tournament. And there are other European nations who just produce top athletes. But obviously, we are very proud. We're proud of our athletes, even in the Olympic Games, the Summer Games, the Winter Games. We always play a very important role. I think it is part of our culture and also the appreciation of our athletes and the possibilities. We just have great conditions in Germany. If you have to worry about other things within your country, then you can't really focus on sports. And so we just have this privilege, the possibility and the access to sports. And our children, they can try different kinds of sports. So the access is there. The society offers them the possibility to try out different sports. And that is why I think we're just among the world's best.
Yours. I have seen that Germany is one country in Europe which has a very strong grassroots football coaching, learning, motivation. What is your message to India as far as football is concerned? Looking at the ranking of this country, which is still dismal, I would say. What is your message to this country when it comes to grassroots football?
Um,
Personally, I worked in the grassroots football, and I'm also part of the trainer education. And I think that the focus should also be on the coaches and the parents who are ready, and willing to bring their children to the training camps, and then all the coaches who, invest their time. We have to tell the countries that it is worth investing in the children, and it's not about winning the trophy and winning the tournaments. I mean, this tournament is very exciting, but sport offers so much more. It's not only about performance. You can, give children so many different values, and they have great experiences that only sports can offer. And so I will just say, to all the coaches out there, have fun working with the children. And maybe even more people would like to become coaches to just make more of it.
That in German, investing in children. What did you mean by this? So, what do you think that for football to grow in this country, how can we invest in children? What really has to be done at the grassroots?
ja, es ist genau wie Sie sagen, es ist
Like you said, it is an investment into the children and in their development, and it is important and it is good to invest, to create the possibilities, to create the access. For us in Europe, one of the access possibilities are schools. We try to teach children in school the sport. And then beyond the school, we have to give them the possibility to play maybe in clubs. And then, sometimes they play with their friends.
to help and to do. And yeah, we love to do that whenever it's convenient for us. We like to do that beside our normal business and our normal job. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. One more question from the floor.
Germany places a lot of importance in education, and I've known of some other sports where when it comes to the World Championship, the coaches have told players you've got to concentrate on your studies, you are free to opt out of the team, right? So I trust your girls now will be attending online classes for the schools and examinations. Can you tell us something about that?
No. So we have like class here during the tournament. We have tasks from our school in Germany, and then we are able to do our tasks on our own. And we also have 2 teachers who can help us. So yeah, we also doing school here.
Thank you very much.
So while you are away playing here, you're allowed to miss lessons? Are you allowed to miss any lessons or classes?
So we don't have online class. We just have like tasks.
It's prepared at home, and they have their tasks to do on their own, and so they can't miss anything. It's due to the discipline that they do it here every day. They work on it every day. We have a few time for that on our schedule every day, and we have 2 teachers. They help them with us. They help them during their tasks, and that's how it works.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. I have no questions online. So just to say to you both, thank you very much for your time. We've appreciated your answers. They've been great. And if your football is anything like your English, if that was your best effort, I think the other teams have a challenge on their hands. So thanks very much for that. And thanks again to the members of the media. That is the end of our press conferences today. We will have 4 more tomorrow starting at noon, and you're very welcome back. Thank you for that. That's the end.